Hey everybody, this is Devin with HDpiano.com, and in today's video, I'm excited because we are checking out the classic George Michael Careless Whisper, and we're going to start with the main riff in this video, and it looks a little something like this. 2, 3, 4. Into the verse. All right, so that is all we're going to learn in this video, but the rest of the videos with the rest of the song, including the verse, various arrangement tips, how we can play the bass lines, the guitar lines, the all that fun stuff, that's all in the rest of the videos over at HDpiano.com. So before I begin, I do have a quick question. We'd like to get you guys thinking before we dive into the lessons here, and that question is there a more famous sax line than this? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. I thought about it for a few minutes and I can't think of anything. I think this might just take the cake for the absolute most famous and perhaps most obnoxious, depending on the context, sax line in the history of recorded music. All right, I hope I don't eat my words on that one, but let's move ahead. All right, so we are in the key of D minor, and we're doing something simple with our left hand. Now, if you're playing with a band, you might want to interpret this tutorial a little bit differently. I'd say simplify the left hand or play more chords. We'll be talking about that in later videos, but for now, I'm just kind of showing you an all-around way to play this song that, you know, uses the full range of the piano, still plays the lines, still gets some harmonic content in there, etc. Okay, so left hand to begin. All right, D minor is our first chord. And what we're just going to do is alternate octaves. So we're going to do a low D to a high D. Middle C, by the way, is here. All right, so I'm 1 and 2 octaves below middle C with my left hand. So D, up the octave, down, up. All right, and then we switch to G minor 7. But the left hand just plays Gs. Same pattern, right? B flat major 7, same pattern. And then we have a measure of A minor 7. Pretty simple. Left hand's not doing a whole lot. There's moments there where you can get a little more rhythmic with it. A little upbeat here and there. A little walk up. But if you just want to stick to the straight quarter notes, that's probably the best way to start. So play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to A minor 7. 2, 3, 4. Boom. All right, so the left hand is pretty simple. Let's look at the right hand. I want to show you guys the melody on its own, and then I'll show you how I'm using my lower fingers, and this is a classic piano move, to play a melody with the exterior fingers and just try and do as much harmonic to cover as much of the harmony as we can with what fingers we have left. So, the basic line, are you ready? Starts on E. And so for that entire measure of D minor, we're only using E, D, A, and F. All right, so it's a matter of just getting that rhythm correct, and you got it. So, we start right on the downbeat. Well, if you want to do the big gliss, kind of like the record, you know, I don't know, doesn't sound so good on piano. Maybe you have a pitch bend, or you can just start strong, right on the downbeat. 2, 3, 4. All right, one more time. 3, 4. Okay, so what's going on there? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It's a fairly syncopated line. We start right on the downbeat, but then we're all pretty much on all upbeats. Dun 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 dun. So it's the same thing repeated twice, but the second time the E comes in just before beat 3. So we start on the downbeat of beat 1, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And then we continue as if it were the same. So it's a 2-beat loop, but there's just that minor difference. The E starts on the downbeat the first time and on the upbeat the second time. Honestly, I don't want to get too deep into this stuff because it's something you can totally use your ear to figure out, and you'll hear it, and I'm sure you've heard it so many times that it's in your blood. So 3, 4. Just loop it. All right, if looping 4 measures wasn't bad enough, then there's a 1-bar loop. It's a broken record of Careless whisper. All right, so the next one. We go to C. And this time we stop on the F. So our notes here are C, B flat, F, D. And we, let's see. Yeah, we have the same rhythm, except we're just not carrying out that last D. We kind of hold off on that last F and let that ring out. So C, B flat, F, D, C, B flat, F. 2, play it with me. Here we go. Okay. Let's go back and add those 2 measures together. 2, and let's slow it down a bit. 2 and 3, 4. All right, so on the downbeat of the next measure, we start on B flat. And here we have a unique measure, just one phrase. B flat, A, F, D, B flat. And that's just arpeggiating right down a B flat major 7 chord. Similar rhythm, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So we start on the downbeat, but every following note is syncopated on an upbeat. Repeat it. 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. One more time. Let's slow it down. 3, 4. Moving on. Just steady eighth notes walking up. Well, we could call that the F major scale, which is relative to D minor. So starting from A, we're walking up the F major scale. A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A. And then if we're halfway through the main riff, then we go back in and play it again. Whoops. All right, let's add that left hand. Slow it down a bit. 2, 3, 4. To go in the verse, we just hold the A, like so. All right, so we're getting close. All we have to do is thicken up the right hand a bit to get a little more harmonic content. So we're going to start with F and A in our thumb and pointer, and then play the melody pretty much as much as we can until we hit these notes, and then we just play those notes as if they're the melody. So check it out. All right, see how my fingers just kind of hold, and I'm just playing the melody nice and loud so that those ring out extra hard and everything else kind of fades into the background. 2, 3, 4. Okay, same concept for G minor 7, starting with D and F in our thumb and pointer, and then we just play out the melody. And by the time we get to the end of the measure, I'm holding a beautiful, lush G minor 7 chord with a 11 on top. then for B flat major 7, it's a little trickier because it's quite a wide melody. But I'm pretty generous with the pedal, and I'm holding all of these notes as I come down. And then I'm catching an F and an A underneath the B flat when I land on the B flat. You could also just catch a simple B flat major triad if you'd like. This is a little crunchy. Okay. And then for A minor 7, I start just on the melody. Then when we get to C, I add a G beneath. When I get to E, I keep the G and C and re-articulate them and have the E on top. Walk up to F, and then I move up to a C major triad, C, E, G. That's from the A minor 7 chord. And the melody continues. So every time there's a chord, we're holding the chord notes and continuing the melody, like so. All right, so when we put it all together, nice and slow, it looks like this. 3, 4. Into the verse. Alright guys, that's all we have time for in this video, but head on over to HDpiano.com to see how we can play through the verse. There's a few extra chords that slip in there, but overall we're dealing with the same loop. But I'm going to show you guys all the various accompaniment patterns you can choose from to, diversify each section and make it interesting, especially if it's just you sitting at the piano. Alright, this is Devin with HDpiano.com. About to tune out, but before I do, go ahead and like and subscribe here on YouTube and follow us on all those other social media platforms when you get the chance. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you over at the site.